Hi everyone, it's Babs with Listen to Your Inner You. I have one of my kitties here in my lap, that's why I'm petting him. It's a little porter potty. Welcome, thank you for watching. I wanted to talk about signs of attachment today, and I will have another video explaining attachment, but today it's just about signs of attachment, since you're probably wondering what the heck is attachment and how do I know that I have it, right? So first of all, there is a danger with doing a ton of affirmations or focus work. The danger is that you stay attached. You want to detach because detaching from a subject, from a manifestation, is really the strongest thing that will produce results. I will have another video about that too. It's pretty much acceptance and detachment. And if you have both of those down, resistance just kind of dissolves itself most of the time. It comes up really quickly. But detaching is a miracle, and it makes you feel so good because you don't need it anymore. And when you say, oh yeah, I don't need it, yeah, you probably consciously know that you don't need it, but your subconscious isn't getting the message, or your consciousness isn't getting the message. Either way, right? And what is needing anyway? Well, it could be that you really, 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 really want it. That's attachment. So when you detach and you let go and detach, right? Everyone's talking about letting go. But when you let go or detach, you're not forgetting about the manifestation. You just want it less. It's like, yeah, that'd be cool if I got it, but I really don't need it. And the whole point of all of my finding your own love and self-love videos is that you can find your own happiness and find your own self-love, because I had to do it too. And you can do it without the manifestation, right? We don't need the result. As a matter of fact, detaching only really works when you genuinely do it, when you sincerely do it, when you mean it. And I'm going to suggest Veronica Iles's 25-day challenge, because it actually gets you to do your own thing. But you also want to do a mental detaching. So Veronica teaches you how to physically distract yourself and be yourself and love yourself and do yourself, right? But you also want to do that mentally. So you want to get from yourself what you're looking for from the manifestation. May it be an SB or a job or money. You want to be able to give these things to yourself, and you have to be able to give these things to yourself before they actually show up in the 3D, because everything, again, is you pushed out, right? So if you can't give yourself the love that you're looking for from your SB, how is the SP supposed to give you that love? Or how is the money supposed to give you that satisfaction or safety or excitement if you can't give that to yourself beforehand? So you have to learn how to give these things to yourself, and that's detaching. There's a lot to it, but it's not super hard. You can learn it. It's just another exercise. I had a pattern where I actually had attachment towards everything in my life. I didn't know how to be happy without getting results. And then I got results and they still didn't make me happy. It was not a lasting happiness. So I learned how to actually let go and know that I don't need these things. There's a kitty cat. And just let go and not need results. And then still learn and find a balance and detach, because detaching is all the time. It's like in layers. You have to keep doing it on the same subject. You don't detach once. I thought for the longest time that you only detach once, but it's not once. It's over and over and over, and the more you detach, the more results you will get towards that one manifestation alone. For example, I was awaiting a package from my parents with German Christmas cookies. It didn't arrive for 7 weeks because I really wanted it. I really, really wanted it because that was my only Christmas present. And as soon as I let go, poof, within a week it showed up out of nowhere, unexpected, right? That's how it happens. Okay, so that is a little pre-intro on what is attachment. Is when you really, really, really want it and you want it way too much, or you're waiting for it. So signs of attachment are these. Timeline matters. Oh man, let's go with an SP, right? I really, I really want it before Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving. Well, any holiday, for example, right? But we'll take Thanksgiving because it's my favorite holiday. I really want him. Man, I only have 2 weeks left. I want him to show up, or her. I want that person to show up. I really want them. I really, really want them. We've been apart for 3.5 months. It's been so long. When is it going to happen? That's timeline. If you are hung up on a timeline, you're most likely have attachment. That's what I have experienced. So the examples I'm giving you right now, that's something I have actually gone through and tested and gone over and paid attention to. So these applied to me, have applied to me in the past. So I'm sharing them with you because maybe they will vibe with you and make sense to you, right? So if you're hung up on a timeline, if you're wondering, oh, when is it going to happen? It's been so long. We've been apart for so long. I haven't gotten this, blah, blah, blah. Everything has to do with timeline. That's most likely attachment. And when you're expecting it to happen, although there's a certain point after you detach enough, there could be expectancy, but it is definitely safer to just detach until you don't expect it. When you're detached, you don't expect it because it's pretty much already there, and it doesn't matter if it's there because you think about it a lot less in general. Although you can keep doing your affirmations, but you have to keep detaching then. If you're wondering when it'll happen, that's timeline. If you cannot be happy without your manifestation. If you think about that manifestation and it makes you cry or really upset or really emotional, that's not being happy about it. That's not being happy about life. That might be attachment. And I'm saying might because there's always a lot more other things that could be going on, but these are typical signs for me. Thinking about the manifestation, being really upset about it, or being really, really hung up on it, or if you feel like you're waiting around for one of my manifestations. People kept telling me, oh, you're waiting around for it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I was in complete denial about it, but everyone pushed it out. I'm like, why the hell is everyone telling me I'm waiting around for it? I don't feel like I'm waiting on it because I was distracting myself. I was hiking and biking. I was doing all my things, right? But it's the mental part that I hadn't detached from. So I wasn't doing the mental distracting part, right? The mental satisfaction of being happy mentally, not just physically and circumstantially distracting yourself, but also mentally giving yourself what it is that you need. If you're bothered by not having the manifestation, if in some way or another bothers you or upsets you or makes you feel funky, that could be attachment. If it's an SP and there's a third party there and the third party actually bothers you being there, that could be attachment. And again, I'm saying could. Getting upset thinking of the other person again, or if you have any manifestation, if you have some sort of jealousy or envy that person has it, that could be attachment. When you keep thinking that something better will come around or something better is going to happen or something good is going to happen, right? When you're thinking ahead and it's like, I know it's going to happen. There's got to be something better happening. That could be attachment because that means you're not okay with the here and now. First of all, you got to accept the here and now. Well, if it's an SP, you're single. I'm assuming you're single. Or the person isn't here. I accept that the person isn't here. So you have to accept the circumstances. And it could be a job too. You have to accept the here and now, and then you have to be okay with it. And you have to be able to genuinely be happy on your own without that result, without that circumstance, without that manifestation. And it's got to be genuine because if you're forcing yourself to get a result out of it, I know, I've done it, pattern. If you're forcing yourself to detach, it won't work because it's not genuine. you're not genuinely detaching because you're trying to get a result. You have to get to the point where you don't need the result, nor is it an issue if the result will never show up. This is detaching. Truly being happy, genuinely being happy without that manifestation, result, circumstance. If you're waiting for something better, if you're looking for something better, I mean, we always want to improve, but if you're constantly looking for it to show up, is what I mean. That could be attachment. And if you're saying that you really, 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 really want it, that could be attachment. Because once you... Attachment? Did I say attachment or detachment? Attachment. I meant attachment. When you really, really want it. But when you actually let go, when you actually detach, you still want it, but it's kind of on the back burner because you have other things to do. You do your life. You're happy inside and outside. Genuinely happy. And then the manifestation doesn't matter anymore. And then poof, that's when it shows up. Every single time, because the universe always delivers, right? But it can't if we're detached. I'm sorry, it can't when we're attached. Detach, attach, oh. But it happens every time. So, there are all these coaches out there that say it should happen instantly. Yeah, if you don't give a shit, if you don't care at all, it'll happen instantly. If you don't care at all, it probably can happen very instantly. That's why some people get fast results and a lot of people don't, because most of us have attachment. That is just a thing. It's a manifester. It's a manifester thing. It happens. It happens to all of us. And the better you get at it, the more attachment you may have to things and manifestations, because it works. So it's got to show up, right? No, you don't know that. The other thing is, if you're upset that it's not here yet, if you're impatient, and I know I've said impatience is okay, which it is, because you're accepting your emotions. But if you're constantly getting impatient that it's not here yet, that's expectancy, right? And that could be a sign of attachment. So I hope that helped a little bit. That's my little list of things that when they pop up for me, I'm like, oh, I have attachment. I tend to get really angry. I tended to get very angry. That was my old pattern. I have worked through it successfully. So it just, you got to pay attention to these little signs that come up for you and start reading yourself. Again, listen to your inner you. Start reading yourself. I hope this helped a little bit. I hope you can figure things out. And if you need help, book a session. I'm here. Have a wonderful day. Bye.